I'm just really relieved that Stephen wasn't leading the team on motivation and engagement, because probably his idea of fun would be strapping people to rockets and launching them through the air at great risk. And nobody would survive, but they'd feel really motivated and engaged on that brief time while they lived. We talked about outcomes as well, because motivation and engagement is an outcome. So what I did is I kick-started the discussion just by saying, well, hang on a minute, how not to do it. I just picked on some of the things from this morning. So how not to motivate and engage people, give them a dictatorial leader who doesn't really empower them and they feel the sense of powerlessness and so on and so forth. But I said, one of the things I said was that motivating and engaging is not expensive. Please zoom in on that point. It's not expensive, it doesn't have to cost any money. And then we focus on the real subject, well, what is it all about? So I'm just going to summarize the output. There was kind of 4 key items. It was quite interesting. My job was to summarize the output of the group in a really cool way. I think I've accomplished that with a little bit of red color here. 4th thing, purpose, creating a sense of meaning and purpose within the team. Secondly, providing the opportunity for professional and personal growth. Thirdly, providing new challenges and variety of challenges as well. And 4th, working with great people, providing the opportunity to work with great people. Not providing that opportunity to work with great people, some members of the group found that pretty frustrating and demotivating. And there's a lot behind that, and we could spend a long time talking about each one of those. But certainly meaning and purpose for me is a starting point, because you're moving with intent towards something that really gets you up out of bed in the morning. And very, very interestingly, 2 things. 1, these are key drivers for project managers who decide to get into this business. Purpose, opportunity for grand challenges, and working with people. There's a consistent theme here. Also, interesting research from MIT that, because we had a side discussion on reward. And reward doesn't work. And the research by MIT shows that typical reward system doesn't work in this kind of world. This is what does work: growth, challenges, people, purpose. That's what really counts. So then we said, okay, well, great people, what if you don't have a perfect project team? It's only about 50%. Could we build on that and end up with great? Yeah, how can we do that? Because there's some other fundamentals. Proper resource allocation. I spoke about that this morning briefly, but making sure not only you got the right people on the bus, but you got enough of them. So proper resource allocation was pretty important. Providing clarity. Clarity resonated with everyone. Empowerment. Not people feeling powerless, because that's demotivating and not engaging, but feeling empowered, somehow there's goodness there. Interdependent thinking. That means that we work for each other. There's not silos. So if you're working in a team that's interdependent, we support each other, work for each other, think about each other's needs. That feels good and wholesome. The opportunity for creativity and innovation. It's not just about doing the boring stuff, but being creative thinking. That's especially thinking outside of the box. And recognition versus reward. Recognition is good, but it doesn't have to cost anything. That's what makes you feel good. You go home and you say, wow, I was recognized. Somebody said thank you to me. I felt great all day. It's less about reward, more about recognition. That, in summary, was it. Okay, thank you.